He never touched her hand. He never smelled her perfume, never saw the way her eyes might have caught the sunlight on a quiet morning. But he loved her, truly, madly, deeply. In a world of glass screens and glowing keyboards, he found her voice, her words, her little emojis at the end of sentences, and that was enough for him to believe he had found something real. For him, she was not just another stranger online. She was the one. They met the way so many people do these days, accidentally, online, when two timelines happen to cross. It started small, casual replies, a joke here and there, then hours of late-night conversations when the world outside was silent. He would wait for her notifications the way a child waits for Christmas morning. Every buzz of his phone made his heart race, and she was charming. Too charming. She knew how to play with words, how to keep him hooked with just enough sweetness. A good morning text from her could carry him through the whole day. A teasing message late at night could keep him awake until dawn, imagining what it might mean. He built castles in his mind. He imagined meeting her one day, holding her close, proving to her that love born in pixels could become love born in reality. But here's the truth. While he was building castles, she was only planting illusions. The unequal. Love. She never promised him love, not in clear words, but she also never stopped him from believing. She gave him just enough, smiles, attention, playful flirting. She let him dream, knowing full well she had no intention of making those dreams come true. And he gave her everything. His time, his heart, his patience, his sleepless nights. He opened up about his fears, his insecurities, his hopes. She was his safe place, his secret diary, his home. But for her, he was just a spare room, a place to go when she was lonely, bored, or craving attention. He never noticed it at first. When she disappeared for days without explanation, he forgave her instantly the moment she came back with a simple, "Sorry, I was busy." When her replies grew shorter, colder, more distant, he convinced himself she was just tired. He loved her enough to make excuses for her. The breaking point. And then, one evening, everything broke. She messaged him, not with the warmth he longed for, but with the blunt sharpness of someone who had already moved on. "I think we shouldn't talk so much anymore," she wrote. "It's starting to annoy me. I can't text you every day. I just can't." His chest tightened as if the words themselves had weight. "Did I do something wrong?" he typed, hands trembling. "No, it's not that. I have someone else now. I can't give you the same attention anymore." Someone else. Two words like a knife sliding between his ribs. He stared at the screen, his mind spinning. All those nights, all those confessions, all that love he had poured into her. Was it nothing? She continued almost casually, "You're a good guy, but I don't want to lead you on. I think you should understand." And there it was. The cruel irony. She had already led him on. For months, she had let him believe, let him hope, let him build a world around her. And now, just as easily as closing an app, she shut the door. The aftermath. He didn't block her. He didn't scream or beg. He just sat there, watching the little typing bubble vanish and reappear, until finally there was silence. He felt hollow, the kind of emptiness that comes when you realize you were never someone's choice, only their option. For days he couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. He scrolled back through old conversations, rereading every line, searching for clues. Was it all fake? Was she laughing at him the whole time? Did she ever care? Even a little? But the more he thought about it, the more he understood. She wasn't evil. She was just careless. Careless with his heart, careless with his feelings. She liked the attention, the validation, the comfort of knowing someone adored her, even if she never intended to love him back. And he was the perfect victim, a boy with too much love to give and no guard to protect it. The realization weeks passed. The pain dulled, but never fully left. He started to see the truth more clearly. He was in love with an idea, not a person. He had fallen for the version of her that existed in his mind, a version she had encouraged with her half-truths and playful lies. But that version was never real. What was real, however, was his capacity to love. His heart had proven it could feel something enormous, even for someone who never deserved it. That was not weakness, that was strength. One day, he will give that love to someone who values it, someone who won't treat him like a backup plan, someone who won't disappear when something better comes along. But for now, he carries the scar of a love that never happened. Epilogue. Sometimes he still thinks about her, not with anger, not even with longing, but with a quiet sadness. A what if that lingers at the edge of his memory. She will never know how much he loved her. She will never know how many nights he stayed awake, waiting for her name to appear on his screen. She will never know the way he believed in her, even when the world told him not to. But maybe, just maybe, one day she will meet someone who treats her the way he once did. And when she realizes what she lost, it will be too late. Because the boy she once kept as a backup has learned the hardest truth. Real love is not built on empty promises, and he deserves better.